day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. I'm out here at an undisclosed location and I thought we'd film here today. Today we are talking about the parable of the wheat and the weeds, okay? What happens is Jesus tells the parable and then he actually tells another parable and then he goes back and explains what this parable means. So it's taken from Matthew 13, verses 24 to 30, and then also in that same chapter, verses 36 to 43. Okay? So let me read it here, starting at verse 24, if you have your Bibles, which I do right here. You can follow along with me. It says this: Jesus told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared. The owner's servants came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Where then did the weeds come from?" "An enemy did this," he replied. The servants asked him, "Do you want us to go and pull them up?" "No," he answered, "because while you are pulling up the weeds, you may uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At that time, I will tell the harvesters, first collect the weeds and tie them in bundles to be burned, and then gather the wheat and bring it into my barn." So this parable Jesus told, I could go on and explain it, but Jesus went on to explain it. So turn then further in the chapter to verse 36. So let me turn there myself. Verse 36, and we're going to read 36 to 43. It says this: "Then he left the crowds and went into the house. His disciples came to him and said, 'Explain to us the parable of the weeds in the field.' He answered, 'The one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed stands for the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is at the end of the age, and the harvester are angels. As the weeds are pulled up and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will weed out his kingdom, everything that causes sin and all who do evil. Then they will throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of the Father. Whoever has ears, let him hear." So Jesus explains that all very well, naturally, because he's Jesus and he told the story. He told a parable. And remember, a parable is a story that has a hidden meaning to it, okay? So he tells him the meaning. I want you to take away two things from this today. Two things and that you can apply to your life today. One is this: the weeds are growing up right beside you. So in this world you're living your Christian life, the weeds are growing up right beside you. They call themselves Christians, they act like they're Christians, but in the end they're not Christians. They're just going through it and acting like they're Christians, but in the end they're really weeds, okay? They're living right beside you, okay? That Jesus doesn't say get rid of them right away. They don't end. I mean, they are separated out at the very end. Okay, so they're living right beside you. Okay, the second thing is this: you may not know that they are weeds until the very end. Okay, you have a friend, he calls himself a Christian, but really he's not committed to Christ. Okay, and it might be obvious to you, but then it might not be obvious to you. And it might not be obvious to you till the very end. And you're like, I thought he was a Christian. He was living like a Christian all his life. But he really wasn't committed. He had never committed to follow Jesus. Okay? So those are two takeaways. I'll repeat them again here. The weeds are growing up right beside you. Okay? The second thing is you may not know that they're weeds until the very end. And so, anyway, that's two takeaways from this parable, and we can spend a whole lot more time in this parable, but that's all we'll do for today. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue going through the book of Matthew. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.